Welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming to our Think Forum. I'm Drew McMorrow, I'm President and CEO of Ballantine Partners. I am your moderator today and somewhat participant, as this is a topic that I have done research and speaking on. Let me introduce you to our distinguished panelists. And we have Dr. Helen Britton, who holds a PhD in communications from Stanford University, as well as both a BA in social sciences and an MA in economics from the University of Kentucky. She was an R.J. Reynolds Fellow in Economics at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Helen has given guest lectures, speeches, and presentations around the world on many topics, including television, news, media, and social communications. Her career began in media as the Director of Programming at Warner Brothers, followed by the Executive Director of Programming and Marketing for New Markets Development at Group W Cable. Helen has served as a consultant to the entertainment industry, where she has directed various products, both international and domestic. Helen is currently in the process of writing a book, looking at the filter individuals have when processing information and its impact on the way they experience reality. In this book, she details many topics, including selective perception, confirmation bias, disconfirmation bias, certainty of belief that rejects science or observable facts, the media as an authority figure, and the use of conflict to attract an audience. Please welcome Helen. So we're going to begin with some introductory comments by our panelists. Helen, why don't you kick us off?
Okay. First of all, my sense of long-term and short-term is that short-term deals with your emotions. Long-term is a more logical, reasoned thought process. And the media really sets out to hold your attention by attracting and dealing with emotions. Of course, drama. You know, any television show you might watch has some drama in it. But I think today, the last few years, with reality shows, people set out to it's a shock value. And it's to hold your attention. Reality shows, first of all, there's no such thing as a reality show. Even Donald Trump and The Apprentice, it's all scripted. It's all taped ahead of time. There's nothing real about a reality show. And again, it's designed for shock value. I have a programming theory that I think is used pretty much throughout the media today that I call a wreck on a road. You know, when you're driving down the highway and there's an accident on the side of the road, everybody stops to look. Now, you know you're going to see something bloody and awful, but you can't help it. You look anyway because it's human nature. It's not the best part of human nature, but still, it's the way the mind works. It's the way our human emotion works. It goes back to, it triggers your flight or fight basic instinct. You know, the amygdala that we know is the flight or fight sense that we have. It goes back to our basic human behavior. And that's what the media, especially reality shows, tap into. Now, the news media isn't immune from that either. They set up conflict. CNN has breaking news how many times a day? Almost every news is breaking news, and it's set up to get your attention. The same thing with other shows that set up conflict. I mean, think of on Fox News, Bill O'Reilly and Hannity now. They disagree with everybody, no matter what the guest says. They disagree with them, and sometimes they resort to insulting them for shock value, to get your attention. And I think it's important that people understand this strategy, and so you can discount certain things that may not be fact-based or just designed to get your attention and keep you watching their TV show. The one thing I think most people should understand that the commercial television, the commercial media, it's not a cultural institution, it's not a social institution, it's a business. The job of the people who appear on television, the people who write and produce television shows, whether it's drama or news, is to keep your attention, to keep you watching that show. And the way television shows stay in business, they have revenue requirements. And they get their revenue through advertising dollars. So they have to keep your attention. They have to keep your eyeballs in order to generate the revenue they need to generate to stay in business. So that's why they do what they do. There's another part of it, and the book I'm writing, as you said, looks at how we process information, because the media sends out, they're the message sender, but the audience, you and all the people who watch TV, are the receiver of information. So the variable is not the TV show, the variable is the person watching it, because everybody can see something different, depending on your orientation. When you watch news shows, you watch shows. This is basic human behavior that confirms whatever it is you believe already. So if you're a conservative, what do you watch? Fox News, of course. If you're a liberal, you watch MSNBC. And why is that phenomenon true? It's true for just about everyone. Because when we all wake up in the morning, this exists within all of us. We attend to things and we see things through a filter, through a lens that affirms whatever it is we believe already. So why do we do that? We do it because it makes us feel comfortable in the world. It's a soothing thing that we do, to think that there's, you're right. You have a sense of rightness and what you see and what you do. The problem is if you live in a bubble, if only information that's coming into your mind and you filter out everything else, you get affirmed over and over again, you arrive at what I call certainty. Now, the problem with certainty is not subject to fact-checking. Certainty is a belief system. And I think that there's much of that phenomenon that I will explore in the book today that accounts for the political polarization that we have, which I think just about all of you would agree that we have political polarization as a big part of our democracy and the world that we live in today. So, not having any intervening information and you're getting affirmed all the time makes you feel very secure in the world, but it's not a good thing. So those are the things that I am exploring, working with, and